Welcome to Zero Bytes Cyber Teach. I am Dr. Aisha Holmes. And this week is week 1 of your CompTIA Security Plus journey. This week, we're laying the foundation. We'll understand core security principles, actors, and how risk shapes everything in cybersecurity. Let's talk about the learning objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to understand the CIA triad, identify common threat actors, and different attack types. Explain basic risk management concepts. These fundamental concepts you'll see throughout your Security Plus exam. Real-world cybersecurity work. Lesson 2 is about the CIA triad. We're starting with the CIA triad. I'll let you know, this is the backbone of cybersecurity. First, let's start with confidentiality. This means only allowing authorized users that can access sensitive information. Think about passwords, encryption, and access control. Next is integrity. This is about making sure data has not been altered or tampered with. These are concepts like hashing, checksums to help verify this, to make sure that the data has not been altered. Finally, we have availability. Systems and data must be accessible to authorized users when needed. This involves backups, redundancy, and protection to power outages or attacks. In cybersecurity, every decision you make should support one of the 3 CIA triads, often all 3 at the same time. The next session is about threat actors. Talk about who is behind these cyber attacks. Talk about several different kinds of cyber actors, or like they say, threat actors. First one is the script kiddie. These are low-skilled attackers who use pre-made tools. The next one is a hacktivist. These attackers are driven by political or social causes. Now let's talk about nation states. These attackers are highly advanced, government-backed groups. And more importantly, the biggest threat are insiders. These are employees or contractors with internal access to our systems, our data, and our networks. Organized crime are financially motivated, highly structured groups. Each of these attackers have different motivations and different skill levels, which directly impacts how they attack our systems. Session 4, we're going to talk about the common attacks. Let's look at common attack types that you'll need to recognize. Phishing is the first one. Phishing involves tricking users to reveal sensitive information. Next one is the malware. Malicious software like viruses and spyware. The next one is ransomware. This is when actors lock your data until your ransom is paid. DDoS, DDoS attacks. This is when actors try to overwhelm your system that will cause it to go down. The last one is social engineering, which is major. This is where attackers manipulate people more than systems. Think about it. We've all had some form of malicious social engineering attack on us, whether it was through phishing, emails, vishing, a voice call, smishing, which is a SMS text, right? And whaling, when they try to go after the big people, the bosses, the CEOs of a company. And again, it's just to get them to help reveal sensitive information. Real-world scenarios, attackers often combine multiple different tactics. This is called using multiple attack vectors. Multiple attack vectors. For session 5, we'll talk about risk management. Now, let's bring it all together. Do this with risk management. We bring everything together. First, let's talk about some key definitions. A threat is a potential danger. A vulnerability is a weakness. And a risk is calculated by likelihood multiplied by impact. Organizations handle risk in 4 major categories. Risk avoidance, avoiding it altogether. That means they may have had a great idea, but the risk was just way more than they can bear. So they decided to go against that idea and do something else. Avoidance. Risk transfer is like transferring the risk to another organization, like insurance, right? You get a car, if you get into a car accident, the insurance company accepts that risk and they'll pay for the damages. Risk acceptance. Risk acceptance is when you acknowledge that there is a risk and you accept it. A lot of times that means that the risk is very low and that it doesn't have a huge impact to an organization. So they'll accept that there's some risk there and they'll accept it. Risk reduction. Risk reduction means reducing the impact or the likelihood. So this means like adding some security controls like multi-factor authentication, firewalls, other things to help you reduce the risk if you can, as much as you can. Risk management is at the core of every cybersecurity decision you'll make. Now let's summarize what we just learned. Security is built on confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Understanding the threat actors will help you anticipate the different cybersecurity threat attacks. Risk management will guide how organizations respond to different threats. Mastering these concepts will help you understand and master everything in Security Plus. Before we wrap it up, I just want to say, if you're seeing this video, that means you are officially enrolled into the Security Plus exam. Your first live virtual session with me will be this coming Monday at 6 p.m. Make sure you come prepared, bring your questions, and be ready to engage. We'll be building on everything that we've learned here. I'm looking forward to working with you, so stay sharp. And welcome to Passing the Security Plus exam with Zero Byte Cyber Teach. I'm Dr. Aisha Holmes. Have a nice night.